diverse opinion about football. My feeling is that the rewards of football for kids far outweigh the possibility of some injury.
As he came in to get into position, his shoulder came down across the back of my neck. He won the scrum, but I couldn't move.
Look at this. New Jersey Devils, you got it. Team's going to be great, man. They're just awesome this year.
This could be it. It really could. The Rangers are falling. Philadelphia's falling. We're moving up.
This is Sports People Play with Pat Scanlon and Mitch Gross.
Welcome to Sports People Play. Hi, everyone. I'm Pat Scanlon. Those New Jersey Devils are, if you will, off to a hellacious start, the best in franchise history. We'll see if Devil Mania has hit the Meadowlands. And co-host Mitch Gross is here with the story of a young man paralyzed while playing rugby, yet he's still passionate about the sport. Mitch?
Absolutely, Pat. His name is Tom Hamill. He's now 29, a resident of Stockton, and he's now making the most out of life. You'll meet him in a couple of minutes.
Okay. First, they're gearing up for the gridiron at an early age these days. Call it Pop Warner, Pee Wee, or midget football. Kids are taking to the football field with dreams of NFL glory. Football is one of America's favorite pastimes. Every year, new players emerge with dreams of reaching superstardom, like Giants quarterback and Super Bowl MVP Phil Simms, or Mike Quick, the all-pro wide receiver from the Philadelphia Eagles. It'd take all day to name the great players, past and present. But did you ever wonder where they got their start?
On the whistle. Keep running, grab, keep running, grab.
Today's kids get an early start on their football careers thanks to organized club teams like the West Windsor Wildcats. And it's not unusual to see these athletes playing at the ripe old age of 7.
Well, the instructional program, we sort of let them wear equipment, play against kids that are out there just laughing and that kind of thing. But they learn a lot about the sport.
Pat Jackman's had the pleasure of coaching these preteen players for more than 14 years, and he's loved every minute of it.
I've seen really some quite marvelous things with kids from broken homes or maybe backgrounds that weren't the best, but they learn that it takes desire and discipline, and then you see them grow on to high school and go on to college. It's very rewarding, so I think it's a very positive thing.
The league was founded in the early 70s by Ray Bowling and Jack Brienza, thanks to lots of help from volunteers and donations from local businessmen.
The Lions Club purchased our helmets that first year, and that was about a $2,000 bill. So little by little every year, we kept growing, and people start recognizing us and donated.
Coaching is done on a volunteer basis as well, but not before careful review.
We select them after reviewing them, talking to them, finding out what their background is, what their experience is with kids, what their football experience is, if they're knowledgeable, how will they handle kids. And then we observe them for a season, 2 seasons, until we give them any kind of major responsibility as far as heading up a team or being an assistant coach.
The league is broken into 3 groups: junior Pee-wees, Pee-wees, and the midgets, depending upon age and weight, and the rules are strict.
I won't mention the boy's name, but he came out and I said, are you sure that you want to play football that badly? Because you're going to have to really go on a diet. And he was quite pudgy, very pudgy, and not in very good shape at all. And he said yes, and he stuck it out. Now, he couldn't play the first 2 games because he had not made weight yet. But son of a gun, he came out every night, and his mother couldn't believe his eating habits had changed, and he lost 19 pounds.
Beside the thrill of playing the game, the league gives young kids a chance to get in shape and learn discipline.
I think the important thing is that the kids learn teamwork and commitment And it's one of the few programs in town where they have the camaraderie of being together on the same team rather than opposing each other like in Little League where the same kids that go to school together oppose each other. This way they win and lose together.
But ask any one of these youngsters why they play football, and they'll tell you it's just a lot of fun.
I think it's fun, it's a good sport, and it's active. It's great. It's fun. I don't like away games.
How come?
They make me nervous.
And as far as any fear of injury, well, the thought never crosses their mind.
I just get hit a lot, but I never worry about getting hit because, I mean, they're my size and I can hit them just as well they can hit me.
My feeling is that the rewards of football for kids far outweigh the possibility of some injury. We have not had any major injury in all the years that I've been involved in it.
And Jackman hasn't just seen things from a coach's standpoint. He's had two sons take part in the program. His younger son, David, is playing on the Pee Wee team.
Well, I really like it a lot, and my dad didn't tell me to play, but I wanted to play a lot because I saw my brother.
Older brother Mike also played, and the memories of the old days remain with him.
I feel like I'm looking at myself. I really do. It's really neat to come out here and watch him play because I played when I was his age. He just has so many kids now, and it's grown. And the coaches have gotten a lot better, too. It's a lot more intense and a lot more professional.
What we're doing is not for football's sake. What we're doing is for the kids, to enjoy themselves, learn a little something about team sports, and if they go on beyond high school, fine. Our goal is for them to just find out the characteristics of football and what it does for them.
High fives just like the pros do it.
Absolutely.
You know, the West Windsor teams, all three teams made the playoffs, and the Pee-wees and the junior Pee-wees are still alive in the playoff system. They're going to be in North Brunswick tomorrow.
We're both veterans of the Pee-wee system, aren't we? I know I was D-line at one time, kind of short and pudgy.
They didn't have that weight restriction?
Well, they had the weight restriction, and I was right at it. I know you played ball as well, right?
That's right. I had a chance to play outside of Hartford, Connecticut, and I really enjoyed the weight limit because I was a real small guy, and I didn't want to go up against too many of those big guys. But you coached as well, I understand.
That's right. I coached one time in upstate New York. It gives you a feeling of real satisfaction to watch these kids and watch them do well. We ended up in second place in our year, but they were a pretty gutsy bunch for a bunch of little guys.
The question, did they fire the coach after the season?
No, he resigned gracefully.
All right, Mitch, well, we'll let you off the hook at this point. Still ahead on Sports People Play, a look at Tom Hamill and the sport of rugby when we continue.
Now, if you want to know about pirates, just you ask Captain Flint.
Pirates, Captain Flint! Pirates!
One of them swabs, after him all of ye. Run him down. And if you don't catch him, don't you come back. So be it. Them that die will be the lucky ones.
Hello, and welcome to the Pirate Football Network. Today we have the 1987 West Windsor Plainsboro Pirates in a knockdown, drag-out battle with the defensively tough Hornets of Hamilton. Bad to the bone? Well, maybe. But there's nothing bad about being in first place in the Valley Conference. And that's where West Windsor finds itself today with a 3-0 record. In their opening game, they thumped a highly favored Ewing team 27-14, and it's been smooth sailing ever since. But today, the Hamilton Hornets come visiting, and this is not a happy team. Their first 3 games were played against the league's top-ranked teams. And in each contest, they came home on the short end of the score. So that 0-3 record is deceptive. Really deceptive, because each loss was by less than a touchdown. Yes, defense is Hamilton's game, and they're big and they're tough. And the biggest and toughest of all of them is nose tackle Tony Tucker, all 265 pounds of him. Pirates center Griff Nelson's going to get a face full of Tucker before this day is through. But West Windsor is on a roll. 3 wins and no losses. Odds say that Hamilton will be number 4. Why are the Pirates so tough this year? One reason could be the 24 seniors that lead this team. That's right, 24 seniors, more than any other team in the league. Let's take a quick look at some of these guys. First, the captains. Number 35, John Clarkson, 5'11", 195-pound fullback and outside linebacker. Big, strong, and he's a ton. A hard-hitting tackler and a starter since his sophomore year, named the Trentonian Athlete of the Week. Number 44, tall, lanky, 6'1", 180 pounds, tailback and outside linebacker, Jed Santee, the team's leading rusher, also a starter since his sophomore year, named Athlete of the Week by the Trenton Times. The third captain and wide receiver, Aaron Rogerson, number 26. He's injured and will not play in today's game. Also in the backfield is the team's quickest player, Mike Eng, number 41, 5'7", packs 153 pounds. Mike also sees duty as cornerback, kickoff returner, and on occasion even punts. Number 15, James Brienza, is a smart, capable, and experienced quarterback. If you count the years he played in Pop Warner, James has been playing the quarterback position for 8 seasons. At 5'11", 180 pounds, James keeps the Pirate offense rolling. Moving to the line, number 58, the center, Griff Nelson. He is coming on strong. At 6'2", 220, Griff has a message for the defensive linemen in the Connolly Valley Conference. Mr. Nelson has arrived. At 5'7", 195 pounds, number 75, Steve Sapio. Certainly not the tallest tackle in the league, but oh, can he hit. Like Brienza and many other ball players on this team, Steve is a veteran of many years of Pop Warner football, and does it show. On the other hand, 6'3", 226-pound tackle Glenn Davis is tall and is big. And so far this year, number 74 has put that size to good use. No, he's not the fastest guy on the team, but just try to move around him. You talk about work ethic, and you certainly have to be talking about guard Skip Walling. Number 65 is 5'11" and a solid 195 pounds, and one of those guys who's out in front of every play. At one end, number 11, Mike Wyman, is 5'11" and a wiry 155 pounds. Blessed with good hands, Mike is starting for the first time this season. At the other end, number 46, Preston Pike, is a transfer from the state of Alabama, and we're glad to get him. This 5'9", 165-pounder can both block and catch. And just watch him run. On defense, you can't help but notice Bobby Gale, number 69, 5'11", 245 pounds. Bobby certainly defines the term game player. He shows up every Saturday ready to hit somebody and hit them hard. At 5'9", 195 pounds, Fred Snyder is another one of those little guys who plays the tackle position. But just try to move number 63 out of the play, and you find out how tough and smart this guy really is. At defensive end, you have Steve Dorse, a 5'10", 173-pounder. Steve missed his junior year due to injuries, but this fall he returned for his final campaign
Believe me, the team is thrilled to have number 64 back. Number 82, place kicker and punter Dale Wong, just might be the best all-around athlete on this team. At 5'11", 195 pounds, this defensive end was the league's heavyweight wrestling champion as a freshman. He loves to hit, he loves to win, and this guy is a football player. Number 22, Scotty Samus, waited in the wings for his chance. Then boom, the first game of the season against Ewing, he was named the Princeton Packet Player of the Week. A hard hitter. This 6-foot, 155-pound cornerback sends them airborne. Scotty, what do you fellas have to do today to win this game?
No, they're tough. We got to play tough to win. It ain't gonna be no easy game. We had a okay week of practice, but I didn't think we had that good of a practice. But if we get, if we play our game, we're gonna win big time. I think we'll win big today.
Other seniors include number 3, Scott Simmons, number 10, Steve Slavinsky, number 33, Robert Stillwell, number 51, Scott Curtis, number 53, Tom Sorge, number 71, Brian Gershon, number 45, Russ Johnson, and number 88, Mike McMahon. There you are, the West Windsor seniors. There's one man who has watched over these guys through all 4 years. He coached them as freshmen, then moved right up with them to varsity. To Coach Tom Roberts, these guys are something special.
Well, it's a good group of players, and I think their strength is that there are so many of them that are good. They've played together, I guess, since Pop Warner. They were 8-1 when we had them as freshmen, and there are just so many of them. No other team in the conference has 24 seniors the way we do this year, and I think that's really our strength. I think if there is a group characteristic, it's that they love football. It's an important part of their lives, and we've had other teams perhaps where the important sports might have been the baseball or basketball or something like that, but I think for each of the seniors that we have, they really have dedicated a part of their lives anyhow to playing football. I make a point, I coax myself every August to say make a point to enjoy every day, make a point to enjoy these guys in practice, to not think so much of the games and of the winning that you let the whole senior season slide by without really saying, wow, it's nice to have these guys on our team. It's nice to be the coach of some of these people. They're a good bunch of guys, and they give me a lot of pleasure, maybe more personal satisfaction and enjoyment than I get out of, any other aspect of my life. I really like them, and I'm glad to have been, and I'm glad to be associated with them. They really are a joy.
Well, the pregame warm-ups are over. The coaches have had their final say. The coin has been tossed, and it's now time to play football. After the national anthem, Hamilton will receive, and the game will get underway. We're going to show you some highlights of this game. Interesting to see the West Windsor team getting ready for the kickoff. Their game faces are on. And this is really the first test for the team against a strong Hamilton defensive unit. And we have kickoff. Scott Henkin, number 32. Pretty good kickoff. Picked up by number 10, Elliot Patterson, and returns it to the Hamilton 27-yard line. This will be the first test today for the West Windsor first defensive unit, which hasn't had a point scored against it yet this year. Handoff to number 31, Darren Williams, and picks up about 6 yards on that play. Let's look at a replay of this defensive. There's Jed Santee, number 44, stringing it out, shedding the blocker, and going in for the tackle. Well done. Textbook play there. Ball handed to number 44, Paul Evans from Hamilton, for no gain, making it 2nd and 4. And I guess West Windsor defense looking good. Number 26, quarterback Steve Butler, dropped back to pass but was sacked by the immovable, number 69, Bob Gale. 4th and 4, punt formation, and fair catch by Duffy Huppengartner. And it's West Windsor's ball, 1st and 10 on their own 41-yard line. Now we'll see the West Windsor offense start moving the ball against a strong Hamilton defense. Brienza over the ball. Snap by Nelson. Fake by Brienza. Sets up, throws. 30, 35-yard pass to Preston Pike, who completes it. And it's a foot race to the goal line. It looks like Pike has got it, and he scores. Wait a minute, there's some apprehension on the sideline of West Windsor. It looks like it was called back, and the call was a mouthpiece. The receiver, Preston Pike's mouthpiece, dropped out of his mouth while he was running his pattern. Tough call. 2nd down and 15 to go. Hand off to Santee, picks up about 5 yards on that play. Pitch out to Eng around right in. Picks up 5, 10, 15, 20, 22-yard gain by Mike Eng, and an excellent pitch out fight. It's West Windsor's ball on the Hamilton 48-yard line, 1st and 10. There's a mix-up in the backfield, and Brienza keeps the ball and picks up about 3. It looked like the mesh wasn't there between the back and the quarterback, and rather than chance a fumble, the quarterback kept the ball. And he had ball handed off to Jed Santee, and he's met by a host of Hamilton Hornets for a pick of about 3 yards. 3rd and 6. Errant pitch out, and there goes Santee, and he gets that recovery. Pitch out went behind the back, and looks like a loss of about 15 yards. Santee coming up, moving that right arm. That's a tough position for a back to be in. Punt formation. Long gets off a beauty. Picked up by number 10, returns to about the 28-yard line. And that's number 10, Patterson from Hamilton. And now the West Windsor defense back in the field, 1st and 10 on the Hamilton 37-yard line. Senior running back number 44, Paul Evans. No gain on the play. Stopped by Scott Curtis. And if you notice, a little extracurricular activity by Dorson, number 78, the big right tackle for the Hamilton Hornets. 2nd down and 10. Dale Long takes an inside route. Number 26 rolls right. Dale recovers and makes the tackle. Excellent defensive play by Dale, and it looked like a fumble, but his knee was down. And Freddie Snyder, number 63 for West Windsor, pleading the case to no avail. Hamilton on the ball. Roll right. Bad pitch. Dorse picked the pitchman up, caught it, and Curtis recovered for West Windsor. Puts the West Windsor Pirates in excellent position to score before halftime. West Windsor is on the 32-yard line. Hand off to John Clarkson. Really no gain on that play. Number 72 certainly making his presence felt on this first major drive of West Windsor. Ball handed off to number 32, Scott Henkin, and again, no gain. There's Mr. Tucker helping out on the play. So now we have a 3rd down and a long 7 yards to go for this West Windsor offense. Pitch out to Jed Santee, number 44, and he is not. And he's met rather rudely by number 72. If you notice, John Clarkson went to block 72 and bounced off. And he recovered and made the tackle on Jed. There's a field goal attempt by Dale Wong, and it looks good. That's a 37-yard field goal, putting West Windsor Pirates ahead 3-0. As you'll see from this series, the momentum continues to be with West Windsor on this particular drive. Here's a pass from Brienza to Pike to start the series off. Excellent reception. Picks up about 25 yards on a play. Handoff on an inside counter to Mike Eng, and there's a nice 10, 12-yard pickup to keep the momentum going. Hand off to Jed Santee, who drives forward and picks up a good 15 yards. Momentum all the way. And this culminates the drive, a tremendous effort by John Clarkson, bouncing off tacklers, hitting 3 or 4 men, and finally scores. And that puts West Windsor ahead, 10-0. Earlier this week, we had an opportunity to talk to Coach Tom Stewart about his West Windsor Pirates.
Obviously, there's a camaraderie that has developed over 4 years of high school playing, and some of them played together even longer from the Pop Warner days. They work very hard, and they get themselves prepared for a game. But most important is they believe in themselves. And I think the fact that they're pulling together as one team and have that common goal has made them a little bit above the other teams in the conference so far this year. We've had, especially of some of our linemen, we've had a great deal of development as far as their individual strengths, their own confidence level, their ability to want to go out and not only make the initial block, but to get downfield and throw that extra block that's going to spring somebody. And we don't stay up at night and dream about undefeated seasons, but we do dream about those plays that are going to make us better in every game. And hopefully, by the time we get down to that last game, maybe we might have an undefeated season. But we look at more each game individually and look at the players, their performances and what their hopes and dreams, and we're as eager for them to do as well and to reach their goals as they are. And it's very kind of rewarding to us to see them reach out and work hard for something and then attain it, or if they didn't attain it, really know that they made every effort to do it, and that's what makes it fun.
We asked Coach Stewart for permission to take our cameras into his halftime huddle.
First thing I want to mention is that one thing I try to get across to you. You can't lose your poise. You can't lose your poise. If they start punching at you, protect yourself, get away. Get away. And when the whistle blows, that's when you hit them. And you go at them hard, and you knock them on their backside. When we started out, we said we had to play 4 quarters of football. We want to win number 4. You still want it? Yeah! Keep together. Come on! Let's dedicate ourselves to a solid second half of football. Concentration and poise. Let's go. Yeah! Run it up! You say that time. Come on, man. Keep your heads.
Now that we've been privy to the halftime ritual, let's see how that poise and concentration takes over for one player, specifically John Clarkson. One tri-captain on this particular series exemplified that halftime speech by Coach Stewart. Here John gets the ball and takes it on a strong 6-7 yard plunge. And Proud Pop agrees with what's happening. Here's another bull-type rush by John on a 25-30 yard scamper, taking 3 Hamilton Hornets with him. And Happy Mama agrees with everything also. And here's the third run by John, takes it to the outside, bounces left end, takes it down for almost a 35-yard gain. Now the West Windsor defense takes over and seals the fate of the Hamilton Hornets by a strong interception by Duffy Hoopergarner, beating the Hamilton Hornets 17-0 and picking up its 4th successive win of the 1987 season.
And is St. Lucia. If only things had been different.
Well, thank you, Doctor. It's good to know I'm alive.
Indeed you are. So far.
Is there any reason why that shouldn't continue?
I'm going to level with you, Alan. It's a fact that you're in good general health.
Glad to hear it.
However, it won't last indefinitely. You can get a second opinion or even a third. But I think your heart, your lifestyle, and your medical history make you a prime candidate for a major heart attack.
Troubled by bad breath? Hiding your face in shame? Because nothing seems to work? Then naturally you need a Milk-Bone dog biscuit. Every delicious crunch of Milk-Bone helps scrape away plaque and food particles that can lead to bad breath. In fact, no other leading dog biscuit gets your teeth naturally cleaner and whiter or your breath fresher. Get Milk-Bone dog biscuits because naturally every dog wants fresher breath.
These smelly sneakers.
Sneaker Tamer's insoles from odor eaters. Nothing tames ferocious sneaker odor like the exclusive power of Sneaker Tamer's supercharged activated charcoal.
Sneaker Tamers, you go in all our sneakers.
Sneaker Tamer.
If your bowl gets nasty, there's Sanaflash 4 months. Its powerful chlorine release system deodorizes and fights stain buildup. Sanaflash. It takes the beast out of your bowl.
Tuesday, it's a race to save a desperate client. Do Simon & Simon have what it takes? Or will they take a dive? Then,
I think you already have my number.
mixing pleasure with business could shatter the night. And on Night Heat.
The kid is not a killer.
When you're young and tough, you always look guilty. Night Heat.
This has been Guiding Light. Stephen Dweck. Us tomorrow for another full hour of Guiding Light.
I'm Harry Hamlin with American Treasury. In 1920, this scientist was considered a moon man, offbeat and perhaps off his rocker as well. Today, he's a hero. Who he was, after this.
What have you got?
A lot.
Well, what?
Everything you wanted to know about U.S. government publications. It's all in this free catalog. Write free catalog, box 37,000, Washington, D.C.
Robert Goddard was the first man to prove that a rocket works in a vacuum. In 1919, he proposed trying to reach the moon by rocket. His ideas seemed so bizarre that in a 1920 editorial, the New York Times ridiculed Goddard's theories. 49 years later, when Apollo 11 prepared to land on the moon, the Times corrected its own place in history when it printed an apology to Dr. Goddard. It's a fact in the Library of Congress. Learn more about spaceflight in your library.
This is CBS.
Hello, I'm Stan Stovall, the miracle survivor of the Detroit jet crash, a little girl with Delaware Valley ties, and a report on women and stress. The stories tonight at 5:30.
Jacqueline Smith brings a bestseller to the screen, plus Dennis Quaid and Ellen Barkin in our exclusive movie preview on Entertainment Tonight.
Tonight at 7 on Channel 10.
Every friendly get-together has moments you can't forget.
Moments that stay with you, dried in, soaked through. That's when you need the power of protein, Era Plus. Watch Era cut clean through this protein stain. Protein gets out protein, and while nothing cleans every stain, Era cleans many you thought were unforgettable. Era Plus, protein power to cut clean through.
Shopping for this bunch is a chore, especially shoes. Bob wants this, Jody wants that.
Then I discovered Pickway. Now shoe shopping's a breeze.
Everything in one store, a huge selection, all first quality plus low prices. These regular $9.99 styles for girls are now on sale for $6.88. Girls' $10.99 shoes are on sale for $7.88. And boys' $12.99 back-to-school shoes are on sale for $9.88.
Back-to-school shoe sale at Pickway now in progress. Pickway shoes. You'll never know what to expect live on City Line starting September 8th.
This is my boss, Jonathan Hart, a self-made millionaire. He's quite a guy. This is Mrs. H. She's gorgeous. She's one lady who knows how to take care of herself. By the way, my name is Max. I take care of both of them, which ain't easy. Because when they met, it was murder. 1969, the Aisha Valley, Vietnam. France.
I'm gonna save your life and you're gonna save mine.
Languille.
Love his Camaro.
It's you. Doc.
If you want to walk out of this place, you will listen to people who know.
In a place beyond reason, the only thing to fight for was each other. Hamburger Hill, a true story, rated R.
Opens Friday, August 28th. Check newspapers for a theater near you.
You might not take your eye care quite as seriously as we do at Pearl.
Cover your eye.
But you should.
No, just one eye.
In fact, a thorough eye exam is so important, Pearl will now pay for it when you buy a pair of glasses.
Okay, read the bottom line, please. E. E? There is no E.
Look for the Pearl coupon and complete details in TV Guide or your local paper.
I think she needs glasses, Mom.
Wednesday at Macy's one-day sale. Kenwood's 100-watt component system with CD and dual-deck high-speed dubbing, now $799. Panasonic's 19-inch remote control TV, just $299. And Magnavox's 4-head random access remote VCR, $329. Special hours 9 a.m. till 11 p.m. Wednesday at Macy's in Pennsylvania, New Jersey, and Delaware.
We're at Macy's and we're a part of your life.
When I was a kid, if you asked me what kind of guy turned me on, I'd have said he has to look like a movie star. Be about 6 feet tall, have an Italian accent, and take me dancing every night. But I'm not a kid anymore.
Hey.
Hey.
We, staying home again?
We're staying home again.
The more refreshing, more distinctive character of Canada Dry Ginger Ale. Regular or diet, for when your tastes grow up.
Dwayne, this is Miss Scott in Los Angeles. Is Mr. Hart there, please?
Oh, I'm afraid not. They're on their way home.
But they aren't due back till Friday.
Well, Mr. Hart took quite a tumble off his horse, and Mrs. Hart wants him to see their doctor in L.A.
Is he badly hurt?
Oh, just stiff, I guess. Shook up, nothing broken.
When did they leave?
Well, a couple hours ago. Should be back around noon your time.
Fine. Okay, I'll call them at the house. Thank you.
definitely home.
Maybe we should have called first.
Maybe we should have. Oh,
Are you all right?
I'll never ride that horse again.
No, let's leave those for Max, darling. Come on. Let me help you in, you poor thing. Oh.
Give me a break, will you? Hello?
Hello?
Come in, come in. Here they are, Mr. Grade.
I expected you later.
What?
Keep quiet. Turn round. Turn round. Not bad. You're a little shorter than he is, a little pudgier. You look better in the flesh than you do in your pictures. You'll do. You'll pass.
Pass?
For Jonathan and Jennifer Hart. And don't worry about knowing all the private details of their life. We'll give you a complete briefing. We're holding their houseman, Max. He'll coach you, or we'll blow his head off. Come along. I'll brief you in here.
What's this?
Well, we took care of him after this. Max got hold of one and tried to call out.
We had to reason with him.
Is he hurt?
Don't worry, he can still talk. Now, here's some updated facts on the Harts. I want you to be letter perfect on their lives.
Well, you certainly have done a lot of research.
Considering what we're after. Now, I want you to go through that thoroughly. Trammell, fetch our friend.
Right.
When are you going to fill us in on the details of our assignment?
I'll let you know what you need to know, when you need to know it.
Take your hands off it.
Who's that?
This is their butler, the one interested in the phones.
What's his name?
Max.
Well, Mac, from now on, you think of me as Jonathan Hart and think of her as Jennifer. And cooperate. Be smart. Save your life. You got it?
I get it. I'm not going to tangle with this gorilla. And these phony maids are packing rods.
How dangerous is this going to be?
Well, don't be concerned. I'm cautious to a fault. That's why I want you to be thoroughly briefed. What do you know about wine, for instance?
Wine?
Red, white, rosé, sparkling, still. But almost invariably liquid.
We know about that kind of wine, yeah.
So that you won't be hopelessly out of place at your own formal dinner tonight. And you can tell them how to dress the part?
I'll give them the clothes. They'll have to supply the style.
Right. Try to rise above your limitations.
Are we going to have to convince anyone who knows the Harts?
No. Nobody at the dinner tonight has ever met Jonathan or Jennifer Hart personally. But you will have to look and sound absolutely right.
Relax. We'll be so convincing you'll gasp.
Good. Very good.
Just follow me.
Not bad. Quite adequate.
All right, let's have a grand tour.
Mr. Hart's clothes are here.
After you.
Mrs. Hart's clothes are here.
Good. We better get into evening clothes. Make sure they fit correctly. If necessary, Edna will make any alterations.
All right, we'll be down when we get changed.
I'll be downstairs.
Well, they activated our security alarm. They cut the telephone cord. We can't call out. And we can't get out.
They've got Max and we can't do anything about it. Oh, this is insane.
guests going to be?
I'd advise you not to let Mr. Grade hear you ask questions. Ever. Get the wine glasses.
Oh, darling, this all right?
Oh, yes.
Very good. Damn near perfect for both of you.
Thank you.
Yes, we're lucky. It seems to fit quite well.
Very lucky. As far as the guests are concerned, I'm working for you. Executive assistant. The title covers a multitude of sins. First name basis, you can call me Matthew. Matt.
Is that your real name?
No.
Wow, you look terrific.
Thank you.
I'm Melanie. I don't think I even know your real name.
Why don't we keep it at Jonathan and Jennifer? That way we'll stay in character.
Okay, I think Jonathan's classic. She have some kind of a lock on you?
We work as partners.
And we work day and night.
Melanie, that'll be all.
Yes, Mr. Grade.
You look wonderful. Change into something more casual. I'll see you downstairs. We have a problem to solve.